DWIZ 882 Manila ay sabayang napapakinggan sa mga sumusunod na impilan sa buong bansa. DYKB Bacolod, DZBS Baguio, DXKO Cagayan de Oro, DXXX Zamboanga, DXDX General Santos, DXKD Dipolo, DYKC Cebu, DXKI Iriga, DXKP Pagadian, DXKS Surigao, DXKT Davao, at DZRL Batak. DWIZ 882 Manila, mas pinalawak na pagbabalita, mas todong lakas na pagseserbisyo publiko.
DWIZ!
Rumoronda na ang asenso. Umaasenso na ang Padronda. Mula sa Rain Podcast Center, Manila, rumoronda na sa buong bansa ang asenso sa pamamagitan ng DWPR Dagupan, DZRL Batak Ilocos Norte, DZBS Baguio, DZTC Tarlac, DZLT Lucena, DZYM Mindoro, DWRN Naga, DWRL Legazpi, DZKI Iriga, DYRL Bacolod, DYKB Bacolod, DYRB Cebu, DYKC Cebu, DYRM Dumaguete, DXOW Davao, DXKT Davao, DXCO Cagayan de Oro, DXKO Cagayan de Oro, DXGS General Santos, DXDX General Santos, DXJM Butua, DXOC Ozami, DXKS Surigao, DXKD Dipolo, DXKP Pagadian, DXXX Zamboanga City. Rumoronda din ang pag-asenso sa buong mundo sa pamamagitan ng www.rain.com.ph rain.com.ph. Ito ang pinagsanib na puwersa ng RPN Radio Ronda at Radio Corp Radio Asenso Nationwide. Nagpapa-asenso sa lahat ng Kapinoy sa buong bansa at sa lahat ng Kapinoy sa mang panig ng mundo. Ito ang Rain Ronda Asenso Internetwork.
Eto na ang programang magiging gabay mo upang ikaw ay matuto. DEP ED 12 Radyo Eskwela. Makinig at matuto. DEP ED 12 Radyo Eskwela. Alternatibong programang handog ng DEP ED Soxargen na kahit saan ka man ay matututo ka. DEP ED 12 Radyo Eskwela.
Naguguluhan, nalilito. Paano ba kung matututo?
Hello there, grade 8 students. Welcome to another radio broadcast in English 8. My heart is filled with so much joy to be with you today. I am Sir Ruel from Janiang National High School. Before we begin, please be comfortable and focus your attention to our lesson today. I want you to get your Quarter 1, Module 2 in English 8, which talks about bibliography. So, your Module 2 will talk about bibliography. After listening to this lesson, you will be able to A. Identify different sources of information such as book, encyclopedia, magazine article, journal, newspaper, interview, and the World Wide Web. B. Write the correct format of citing various sources using appropriate punctuation marks. C. Make a bibliography using the APA format. And give the importance of citing sources of information. Before we proceed, please see to it that you have with you your module, ballpen, and notebook so that you can write down important details of today's lesson. Am I clear? Good! Since you are now on your module 2, Do you still remember your lesson in your Module 1? Let us see who can still remember. Great! It's a good thing that you still remember your previous lesson. Before we get on any further, I want you to open your Module 2 on page 2. This is to test your prior knowledge on our topic for today. You have there Test A and Test B. I want you to do the Test A first. Read the directions very carefully before answering. I will give you 3 minutes to do this task. But hey, wait! There are certain things that you need to do when you answer all the activities in your module. First, write all your answers on a separate sheet of paper. I repeat, write your answers on a separate sheet of paper. Second, pause your device as you begin to answer and play it again when you are finished. Do you understand? You can start now. Oops! Time's up! How was that? Was that so easy? I guess so. Now, do the Test B. Again, read the directions carefully before answering. For this task, I will give you another 3 minutes to do this. Go! So, how did you find the activity? Interesting? Okay, let's check your output for Test A. Number 1, the answer is book. Number 2, World Wide Web. Number 3, Encyclopedia. Number 4, Newspaper. And number 5, Interview. What about in test B? Did you find and encircle all the words linked to the word bibliography? Did you get the correct answers? Don't worry if not, because in the succeeding parts of our lesson, you will learn more. This time, please turn to page 3 of your module. In the previous lesson, you have developed the skill of looking for the meaning of the words through context clues. The next activity will not be difficult for you because you will learn the meaning of the keywords of our lesson by using context clues. These words will help you gain thorough understanding of the lesson and will enable you to have the insights of its value and importance. At this point, activity 1 is given for you to work on. All you have to do is to identify the meaning of the underlined word used in each sentence. Choose only the letter of the correct answer. You may begin with number 1 after you pause your device. Play it again when you're done to continue our discussion. What a great job you got there! I applaud you for doing your activity. But, we are not done yet. There are still more to learn. Turn to page 4 of your module. I want you to do the activity 2. Do I cite it right? Please read the directions first before answering. So, how was that? Did you enjoy your activity so far? I think I heard you say, no sweat at all. Open your module on page 7. I want you to do the activity 3. Cite louder. Do not forget to read the directions first before answering. Do it in 3 minutes now. I want to congratulate you for doing so well. You're incredible. And because you are incredibly good, I would like to ask you this question. Based on all the activities that you just did, what is bibliography? Do you have an idea? Very good. You are absolutely right. Please refer to your module on page 7. Let us read all together what is bibliography. Ready? Here we go. A bibliography is a list of all the different sources that you use for support of your topic. It contains a list of books or articles, or both, relating to a particular subject. In a research paper, a bibliography is an alphabetical list, sometimes grouped into categories, containing the names of all works quoted from or generally used in its preparation. Remember, bibliographical items should be arranged correctly and consistently. There you go! Thank you for reading along with me. Did you get the meaning of bibliography? Excellent! Now the question is, when do we use bibliography? Would you like to give me an idea? Let's see if you got it right. First, bibliography is used in a report with statistics, examples, or case studies to show where you found those facts. What do you mean by statistics? That's right, it concerns the collection, organization, analysis, interpretation, and presentation of data. Second, in a paper, report that uses a main idea from the author. It is when we are going to write an article or essay. Third, in a research paper to show all the different sources required by the teacher. Fourth, in using sources, exact words or direct quotation in an article. Fifth, in sources used in presenting a theory, argument, or point of view in an article. Well, that was quite a lot of information. Don't you think so? Alright, since you already know when to use a bibliography, can you give an example of some sources that you can use? Well, give me one. Yes, textbooks or books is correct. What else? Encyclopedia. Excellent. Another one, please. Magazine article. Yes, that's correct. You are learning, huh? Some more. Yes. Journal. Great job. Newspaper. That's correct. Yes, persons interviewed. What else? No more? Of course, the World Wide Web. How can you forget that? Let's have a round of applause for you are doing a great job. This module is getting more exciting, isn't it? For at this point in time, you will yet learn what does it mean to cite a source. Are you still listening to me? Wonderful! Now, if you borrow ideas from a source, you must acknowledge it or give credit to it. Otherwise, you will commit plagiarism. You cite the source by writing it down in the bibliography, or sometimes referred to as works cited. Again, if you do not acknowledge the source, you'll commit a plagiarism. Do you know what is plagiarism? It is a practice of taking someone else's work or ideas and passing them off as one's own. And we don't want that. Do you understand? Good! In writing bibliography, we also use the APA format. APA style is a writing style and format for academic documents such as scholarly journal articles and books. It is commonly used for citing sources within the field or behavioral and social sciences. Now, there are important points to remember in writing bibliography using the APA format. Kindly refer to page 8 of your module. Please read and understand and familiarize yourself with the important points. First, all names of authors should start with a family name, followed by the first name. The surname is followed with the initials of the first name and middle name. Second, for a source with several authors, the words "it al" is used to mean many or several authors. Third is all titles of books, magazines, encyclopedia, and newspaper articles should be underlined or italicized. Fourth, titles of topics or magazine and newspaper articles as well as materials from encyclopedia must be enclosed in quotation marks. Take note of this. Fifth, correct punctuation marks such as period after the author's name, title of the book, encyclopedia, magazines, and newspapers articles should be observed. Sixth, a comma is placed after the author's family name to separate it from the first name and to separate it from the name of the publisher. 7. For dates of publication, the year, month, day system is used. Lastly, the 8th list should be alphabetized according to authors' surnames. Please take note of all these important points in writing bibliography in APA format. Am I clear? Perfect! Congratulations for learning all the important things to remember in writing a bibliography in APA format. This time, you will learn how to make a bibliography when you cite different sources. There are a lot of things you need to consider, and from this, we can easily identify the source being used by the author if we fully understand the format used. Can you still catch up? Of course, you still can. Please turn to page 9 to 10 of your module. Once again, I want you to read and familiarize yourself with the following entries that use the APA format. Let's begin. Number 1, we have the book. We all know that a book may have one author, two authors, or several authors. For one author, we will start with the author's last name, first initial, publication date, book title, additional information, city of publication, publishing company. Example, Garcia M. 1994. The Mango Tree, Manila, Liwanag. For two authors, we will add the second author after the first author and follow the format. Example, Dorn, L.J. and Sophos, C. 2005. Teaching for Deep Comprehension, Maine, Stenhouse Publishers. And for several authors, we will add it al after the first author, and we don't need to enumerate all the authors. Example, Luenco, A. it al. 1999. English, CV for high school, 3rd edition. Makati, Bookmark Incorporated. Number 2 is the encyclopedia. The structure is first we have the author's name, year published, article title, Name of encyclopedia, volume, pages, city of publication, publishing company, topic title, name of entire encyclopedia, year of publication, volume, pages. Here's an example without author and with author. For without author, we have Helium, 2006. The World Book Encyclopedia, 6,98 to 107. And for with author, here is the sample. Helms, R, 1995. Electric Light, World Book Encyclopedia. For number 3, we have from magazine article. The structure is author's name, year, month published, article title, periodic titles. Author if available, title of article, periodical title, date, volume number, page. For example, Cometa S 2007 January. Studying Chinese Education Weekly 8-12 to 13. Year published. Article title, journal title, volume, issue number, publication date, journal, page numbers. Try to look at the example. Seals DR 2009. Habitual exercise and vascular aging. The Journal of Physiology 587 23 5541 5549. Number 5 is a newspaper. This is how it goes. Name of the author, year, month, day published, article title, newspaper title, city, page numbers. Example, Cortez A 2005 July 7. Dealing with insomnia, Philippine Store, pages A2. Number 6 is from the person interviewed. The format is name of person interviewed, type of interview, date of interview. Example, Soriano A 2008 April 5. Email interview. And the number 7 is from World Wide Web. The structure is authors, title of specific page, title of website publisher, date of publication, URL. Example, Mendeley J. A. 2017, January 16. How and when to reference. Retrieved from https www.howandwhenreference.com. As you can see, that is your guide on how to cite sources using the APA format. Always remember that this day is full of learning, don't you agree? Given all the necessary inputs you needed, I am sure that you already know how to write a bibliography from different sources. Congratulations once again! Bravo! Now, on page 10 of your module, please do the activity 4. Punctuate me. Let us apply what you have learned in our discussion. Read the directions first very carefully, and then start right away. Thank you for doing your activity 5. Now, it is time for you to do activity 6, sightseeing. Just look at the picture and make a conclusion out of it. Are you ready? Go! I can't believe that you're almost done with your module. See, I want you to take a deep breath and praise God that you have gone this far in your module. As for your assessment, turn to page 12. You need to do activity 7. Cite me right. I am pretty sure that you can answer all the questions here. Best of luck. Start now. Oh, how was your assessment? Yes, you did great. Before we say goodbye, I want you to do your additional activity on page 13. Just read the rubrics given for you to know on how you will grade it. Is that clear? All right. Woo! What a session we had today. Did you have fun learning with me? I had fun too. Remember to please stay at home and be safe always. I will see you again next week for our next module in English 8. This is Sir Roel saying bye-bye and may God bless us all.
Bagong araw na naman, bagong kaalaman, bagong matututunan sa paaralang panghimpapawid kami samahan, sabayan ng mga aralin, mga gawain siguradong kagigiliwan. Oras na, alisto na, halina't makinig at matuto sa Radyo General.
Eto na ang programang magiging gabay mo upang ikaw ay matuto. DEP ED 12 Radyo Eskwela. Makinig at matuto. DEP ED 12 Radyo Eskwela. Alternatibong programang handog ng DEP ED Soxargen na kahit saan ka man ay matututo ka. DEP ED 12 Radyo Eskwela.
Hello and good day to our beloved grade 9 learners. This is your School on the Air in English. I am so blessed and privileged to be part of the learning journey through the radio. I am Teacher Rena from Johnny Young National High School. Now before we'll start with our lesson, please find a place where you are comfortable. Have you eaten your meal? If not yet, go and have your meal first. If you're done, then we're good to go. Are you ready for today's lesson? Don't you worry, for I will be guiding you along the way. Now please bring up your module for English 9 and let's start. Today, we will be talking about conditioning conditional. Previously, we talked about modals. Now, to test whether you understood the lesson, please answer what's in section in your module on page 3. Are you done? Let's check. Number 1, don't have to, that is letter D. Number 2, can, letter B. Number 3, that is letter B, might. Number 4, letter D, have to. And number 5, have to, letter C. Now, you have learned that modal is a type of auxiliary verb or helping verb that is used to express ability, possibility, permission, or obligation. Thus, modal phrases are used to express the same things as modals, but are a combination of auxiliary verbs and a preposition too. Well, I hope that the previous discussion has been useful for you and that you have learned more information about modals. Please note that your understanding on modals will help you identify and construct sentences on conditionals. Having said that, today you will learn about conditioning conditionals. Are you excited? Please prepare a pen and a notebook for you to list down important details of the lesson. In this module, you will undergo first a series of assessments in order to determine your level of understanding. But before doing so, you have to answer some test items. I will be giving you 10 minutes to answer this. You can pause this audio for a while answering the What I Know section of your module from pages 2 to 3. Don't worry if some items are unfamiliar to you, because these are the things that we will be discussing later. Are you done? How was it? Are there items that you know the answer? How many items you hardly answered? Well then, it's okay. Now, let's check your answer. Again, your score in here is not graded. Here are the possible answers. Number 1. Philippines will strengthen its security. Number 2. I would travel around the world. Number 3. COVID-19 would not have increased. Number 4. They are distracted in their studies. Number 5. You will do things faster. This is it. Let's get the ball rolling. Open your module to page 4. Let's practice doing additional exercises that will prepare you to write your own stand in a given issue. In order to do that, you must first read an excerpt from the poem entitled If by Rudyard Kipling. Then answer the guide questions that follow on page 5. Are you ready? I read the poem first. After, it's your turn. And now, let's get started.
If by Rudyard Kipling. If you can keep your head when all about you are losing theirs and blaming it on you, if you can trust yourself when all men doubt you, but make allowance for their doubting too, if you can wait and not be tired by waiting, or being lied about, don't deal in lies, or being hated, don't give way to hating, and yet don't look too good nor talk too wise. If you can dream and not make dreams your master, if you can think and not make thoughts your aim, if you can meet with triumph and disaster and treat those two impostors just the same, if you can bear to hear the truth you've spoken, twisted by knaves to make a trap for fools, or watch the things you gave your life to broken, and stoop and build them up with worn-out tools, if you can make one heap of all your winnings and risk it on one turn of peach and toes, and lose, and start again at your beginnings, and never breathe a word about your loss, if you can force your heart and nerves anew to serve your turn long after they are gone, and so hold on when there is nothing in you except the will which says to them, if you can talk with crowds and keep your virtue, or walk with kings nor lose the common touch, if neither foes nor loving friends can hurt you, if all men count with you but none too much, if you can fill the unforgiving minute with 60 seconds worth of distance run, yours is the earth and everything that's in it, and which is more, you'll be a man, my son.
Are you done? It's time to answer the question. What will happen if you can keep your emotions even when you are in stressful situations? What word is common in the poem? Very good. The common word in the poem is if. Now lend me your ears. While listening to me, please also refer to your module. What are conditional? Conditionals are sometimes called if clauses. They describe the result of something that might happen in the present or future, or might have happened but didn't in the past. Further, conditionals are divided into two parts, the if clause and the main clause. They are made using different English verb tenses. Let's have a very short review. Now, speaking of verb tenses, do you still remember those? Let's have a very short review, for you will never understand conditionals without knowledge on verb tenses and basic subject-verb agreements. Now, prepare your pen and paper and take down notes. Verb tenses tell us how an action relates to the flow of time. Tense refers to the form of the verb, takes to indicate when and or how long the action is, or was or will be done, whether it is done in the present, or during the past, or in the future. Furthermore, verbs are classified into four tenses. First, simple tenses, which include present, past, and future. Second, the perfect tenses, which includes present perfect and past perfect. English has only two ways of forming a tense from the verb alone, the past and the present. For examples, we drove, that is past. We drive, that is present. Verb tenses gives many details about time and action, such as, is the action finished? How long did the action happen? How was the action repeated? Did the action happen at a known or unknown time? Is the action a habit? Is the action planned? Also, consider the following formula in forming verb tenses. Here are the formulas on forming the verb tenses. In simple present, you just add s or es at the end of the word. Simple past, add d or ed for irregular verbs and a change in spelling for irregular verb. Simple future, add modals will or shall to the main verb. Present perfect, has or have plus past participle. Past perfect, you just add had plus past participle. Future perfect, add will have plus past participle. Now, let's have the general rule on subject-verb agreement. If the subject is singular, the verb is singular. If the subject is plural, the verb is plural also. Example, the boy sleeps early. What is the subject? Boy. Very good. Is the word boy a singular or plural? Singular. Correct. Since our subject is singular, therefore, the verb should be singular, which is sleep. Very good. Another example, is the word boy a singular or plural? Plural. Since our subject is plural, therefore, the verb should be plural. What is the verb? Sleep. Very good. I hope that you note important details for you to be able to easily understand conditional. We use conditional sentences to explain what actually happened, what could happen, what we wish would happen, or what might have happened. Now, there are 4 types of conditional sentences. They are all really similar, but they are not the same. Now, kindly write down the following sentences. If I get sick, I go to the doctor. If I get sick, I will go to the doctor. If I got sick, I would go to the doctor. If I had been sick, I would have gone to the doctor. So let's talk about what is the same or what similar of these four sentences. They all use two clauses, two parts of the sentence separated by a comma. And they all use the conjunction if. Just a little reminder that we use conjunction in English to join two ideas together in one sentence. We have the if clause and the main clause. If clause is the event, situation that must happen. Main clause is the result could happen if the if clause occurs. And that is why it's called conditional sentence. A condition that's something you have to do or situation that needs to exist in order for something else to happen. There are four types of conditional. Zero conditional or the present real conditional. It is the factual conditional. It is used when the result will always happen. For example, if I get sick, I go to the doctor. We use if plus present simple for your if clause. And then for your main clause, that is your simple present. Another example, if water reaches 100 degrees, it boils. It is always true, there cannot be a different result sometimes. So your if clause, if water reaches 100 degrees, and your main clause, it boils. Now let's proceed to the first conditional, present or future real conditional. We used to talk about possible and likely future outcomes. Example, if I get sick, I will go to the doctor. So it's possible that in the future, I get sick, and if that occurs, I will probably go to the doctor. We use if with the present simple, then will plus verb infinitive. Another example, if you don't hurry, you will miss the plane. Your if clause here, if you don't hurry. Your main clause or the result clause, you will miss the plane. Now we have the second conditional, present and real conditional. We use it when we want to imagine the present situation is different. For example, if I get sick, I would go to the doctor. It's a hypothetical situation. It's not real. Do I look sick? I'm not sick. I'm imagining that the present situation is different for some reason. I'm imagining that I'm sick. Now, if that's true, I would go to the doctor. Now, I'm really going to the doctor? Because I'm not actually sick. It's an unreal situation. But to express this in English, we use if with the past simple, and then would, and then verb infinitive. Just like, if I get sick, I would go to the doctor. So we use the modal verb would to show that we are imagining the result. Another example, if I had enough money, I would buy a house with 20 bedrooms and a swimming pool. I'm probably not going to have much money. It's just a dream, not very real. There are lots of different uses of the second conditional. We use it to give advices, reasons why we can do something, and generally just imagine that life is different. That's it. Now let's proceed to the third conditional, the past and real conditional. It talks about the past. It is used to describe a situation that didn't happen and to imagine the result of this situation. For example, if I had been sick, I would have gone to the doctor. We use this to imagine a different past, different to the one that actually happened. We use if with the past perfect and would have with the past participle. Just to clear, the if clause did not actually happen, but I'm imagining the result if the past was different. So in this situation, was I really sick? I'm not talking about what actually happened. I'm talking about what could have happened in the past but did not. And what would I have done if that happened? Now, can you think of a time that this grammar structure would actually be useful? Yes. When we regret something in the past, something happened in the past, and you wish that the result was different. For example, if I had studied, I would have passed the examination. So those are the 4 types of conditional. The 0 type conditional or the present real conditional. The first conditional, which is the present or future real conditional. The second conditional, present unreal conditional. And the third conditional, past unreal conditional. Did you get it? Now, to test and to practice what you have learned, series of activities are prepared for you. Open your module to pages 7 to 9 and answer the activities. Are you done? How do you find the drills? I believe that you are now ready for the assessment. Answer page 10 of your module. Congratulations! You have done great today. Now, for your additional activity, answer page 11 of your module and we will discuss it tomorrow. Have a great day, happy learning, and keep safe.
Bagong araw na naman, bagong kaalaman, bagong matututunan sa paaralang panghimpapawid. Kaming samahan, sabayan ng mga aralin, mga gawain siguradong kagigiliwan. Oras na, alisto na, halina't makinig at matuto sa Radyo General.
Ang DWIZ 882 Manila ay sabayang napapakinggan sa mga sumusunod na impilan sa buong bansa. DYKB Bacolod, DZBS Baguio, DXKO Cagayan de Oro, DXXX Zamboanga, DXDX General Santos, DXKD Dipolo, DYKC Cebu, DXKI Iriga, DXKP Pagadian, DXKS Surigao, DXKT Davao, at DZRL Batak. DWIZ 882 Manila, mas pinalawak na pagbabalita, mas todong lakas na pagseserbisyo publiko. DWIZ!
Rumoronda na ang asenso. Umaasenso na ang pagronda. Mula sa Rain Podcast Center, Manila, rumuronda na sa buong bansa ang Asenso sa pamamagitan ng DWPR Dagupan, DZRL Batak, Ilocos Norte, DZBS Baguio, DZTC Tarlac, DZLT Lucena, DZYM Mindoro, DWRN Naga, DWRL Legazpi, DZKI Iriga, DYRL Bacolod, DYKB Bacolod, DYRB Cebu, DYKC Cebu, DYRM Dumaguete, DXOW Davao, DXKT Davao, DXCO Cagayan de Oro, DXKO Cagayan de Oro, DXGS General Santos, DX General Santos, DXJM Butua, DXOC Ozami, DXKS Surigao, DXKD Dipolo, DXKP Pagadian, DXXX Zamboanga City. Rumuronda din ang pag-asenso sa buong mundo sa pamamagitan ng www.rain.com.ph rain.com.ph. Ito ang pinagsanib na puwersa ng RPN Radio Ronda Radio Corp Radio Asenso Nationwide. Nagpapa-asenso sa lahat ng Kapinoy sa buong bansa at sa lahat ng Kapinoy sa mang panig ng mundo. Ito ang Rain Ronda Asenso International.